This is a picture of my street corner. Let's take a better look. This will give you guys an idea of how much rain we've actually got. That's coming down off the hill. There's no ditch there. Where that's running down the side, it goes through that pipe at the beginning in it, and the pipe connects to down the road here. But this is the corner, and I shot this video after it already started to recede. I didn't think beforehand. But there's no ditch there. That's how much water we've gotten, and it's still coming. I always do these when I mow. I always do these videos and usually set a number 2 speed. It just seems kind of long and dragged out if I just do it on regular speed, but I decided to do this one here on regular. I'll go back and forth with them. We'll see how this one comes out, and I know a lot of people like it better this way. Sometimes it just makes a video way too long, and I have to speed them up. If I make the video too long, one, they take forever to upload, and two, there's a lot less chance some people are going to click on them because they just don't have the time to watch a video that long. So I try to keep them relatively short, but you guys saw me mow this one last week. I actually did cut it down with the Tiger Cat, and I cut it down in 3 1/4. They had it fertilized, and then all the rain we've gotten, I was taking at least 4 inches off it. The Tiger Cat spread that grass out pretty far, just not far enough, so I raised the deck up, and I went back over it, and it was making a lot of it disappear, and I was thinking, you know what, this is just a pain in the ass. I'm allowed to dump on site here. I don't have to haul nothing away. I'm just going to get the walker out. So I got the walker out and I bagged it, and you'll see in a minute how much I dumped. It actually doesn't look that bad if you're looking at it right now, but it looked like there was a lot of grass laying there. I'm still just amazed how much grass this walker will hold. Roughly when you go pound for pound, so to speak, it'll hold just as much as my Tiger Cat. I think it might even hold a little bit more. But it just seems like whenever I'm bagging something, this thing never fills up as fast as a Tiger Cat. I don't know why that is. Maybe just the difference from the bags to the hopper, but I don't know. It's just having more fun with this thing. There's one more thing I love about this walker, but so going back over it was a smart idea here, and like I said, you guys have seen this before. This is my first yard on a Monday morning. I do 2 properties for this lady. She doesn't even live here, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure she lives with her mom, which is the other property that I mow. I think I filmed that in the past, but if I haven't, I will. But just going around this thing, it's a lot lighter too, so it doesn't leave the big solid footprint that the Tiger Cat does. Even when this is full, weighs less because it doesn't have the big weight kit on it and everything else that the Tiger Cat has for the bagging system. But all around, this is definitely one of my favorite yards. I can mow it in any direction I want, and it'll leave amazing stripes no matter what. My stripes weren't too perfect here, but I didn't really care about that. I was more concerned with just getting the grass picked up. But you'll see here, watch it. I just go to the edge of the property in the back and dump. See? Not that much came out at all. I'd have thought by looking at that yard it'd have been a lot more for sure. Well, you just saw the first one, and I'm pretty much, it's trying to sprinkle. It's not supposed to rain. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of May. It's not supposed to rain today, tomorrow, or Thursday. Thursday night, we're supposed to get another round of heavy rain all the way through to Friday night. So I'm just kind of hopping around and doing what I can do, which might not be very much, but I'm going to get something done. I know my yards well enough to know which ones drain very well. That last one is always one of the best. There's never any standing water there, so I knew I'd be okay there. But it's gonna be a day of hopping around and seeing what I can do. It's trying to sprinkle. It's very lightly sprinkling, and so I don't know. Hopefully it holds off, and we'll see what we can do today. That's all you can do. Now this one is sped up, so you can see the difference from regular speed, regular filming, to mowing it on number 2 speed, which is where this is at. You'll see I skipped that corner in the beginning. I ended up weed whacking that. There was a little bit of water there. All in all, I ended up just mowing this front yard. I went into the back, and I can just barely fit a 48 in there, so I can take the walker in. This 52 Tiger Cat definitely will not fit. I usually have the 36 with me on Mondays anyway, just for this one and a couple others where that's all I can fit in there. But I went in the back and I started weed whacking. I realized there was a lot more I had to weed whack, and I was thinking, oh, this is a pretty big yard back here to just weed whack it. I'll just use the push mower. Then the more I walked around, the more I found standing water, 3-4 inches everywhere. And I was like, you know what, this just isn't worth it. I'm just going to mow the front so the front looks good. When people go by, nobody can see the backyard anyway, and I'll just go from there. But it's it is what it is, man. You got to do what you got to do. But this is this is pretty much what ended up happening. I left a couple marks here I was not happy with. You'll hear me talk about that in a minute. But trying to hop around, there's like between that last one and this one, there's 3 lawns, and I skipped them all and came to this one. And I was starting to realize real quick that maybe getting some of these lawns done today just wasn't going to happen. I was able to get a few more done after this, but nothing big. It just ended up being more of a hassle than I thought.
Well, I don't know if you could tell, but I left a couple marks in that yard. Not what I wanted to do. Like I'd mentioned, I know my yards pretty well. I know which ones drain really well. That's a new one, but with all the rain we've had, every time I've showed up there when other yards have had spots that were wet, there was never anything wet there. So I thought that one would be okay. I didn't cut the backyard because that was just under a lot of water. So I just decided to, even if I push mowed the backyard, which was my original thought, weed whack as much as I could and then push mow the rest, it still would have left ruts. There had to be 3-4 inches of standing water there, so it just wasn't even worth it. But the front felt pretty dry, so I decided to mow that. No, I left some marks there. I cut it higher than I normally do. That one, I think I showed you guys last week. I cut it with the walker. That's the one I double cut. She likes it down about 3 inches. I just cut it right now at 3 1/4. It just, yeah, I didn't leave any grass laying anywhere, but it did leave 2 or 3 spots and left some mud marks. I didn't rut it up or anything. I didn't even get any mud on the mower. It's just water driving through it and the weight of the Tiger Cat. The walker is a lot lighter than the Tiger Cat, but I think I still would have had an issue, so yeah, so that's the case. Now it's starting to sprinkle a little bit harder. I don't really know. Ugh, it's frustrating. And I'm not frustrated because I'm worried about customers. Like I said in yesterday's video, it is what it is. I mean, that doesn't bother me a bit. I'm frustrated because I want to mow and I don't want to sit on my ass. I mean, yesterday I got to catch up on a bunch of videos y'all posted. But, you know, it's only entertaining for so long, especially when you spent most of the winter doing it because there wasn't much snow to plow. So, I don't know. And all my equipment is maintenance and ready to go, so I can't even do that. Yeah. I guess we'll see what's next. Well, I'm going to call it quits right there. I got 4 of them done. 2 of them I just had to push mow. They're small yards. I always push mow them. But the rain is starting to come in a little heavier. And with all that massive rain that we got yesterday, it's just making it worse. So they say, I don't even know what time it is. It is 10:31. They say by 11:30, 12 o'clock, the rain's supposed to be gone. I don't know if that sun comes out. There's a few more I know I can hit. If not, then it is what it is. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be no rain at all. And then Thursday is supposed to be no rain all day and then heavy thunderstorms at night. So I guess we'll see what happens. That's what you gotta do. Life of a lawn care service.